Have you ever objected at a wedding? It was 12 hours before I was supposed to marry my fiancé Jared when my sister texted me, "Emergency," and "Go to the groom's suite now," and nothing else. My sister is the calm one in our family, the one who once described a kitchen fire where the flames were touching the roof as a mild heating situation. So when I got to the third floor and saw her standing outside Jared's door with her arms crossed, I knew something was wrong. I could hear a woman's voice inside, not housekeeping, not his mother. A voice I recognized but couldn't place because my brain was protecting me from the obvious truth. My sister held out a spare keycard. "You don't have to do this. I can handle it." But my hand was already reaching for it. The door swung open and there was my fiancé Jared, shirtless, and my best friend Olivia, in nothing but his dress shirt. The same Olivia who was supposed to be my maid of honor tomorrow. The same Olivia I'd known since middle school. They both froze, mid-embrace. I stood there trying to make the image make sense. Then my body made the decision for me. I vomited on the hotel carpet, turned around, and ran back to my room. I locked the door and refused to come out. For the next few hours I heard banging on my door that sounded like someone was trying to break it down. I'd been locked in that room for over 24 hours. Phone off, trusting my sister to cancel everything. She said she would handle it right before I deadbolted myself inside. Now I was on my third pint of chocolate swirl, and honestly, I looked like I'd lost a boxing match. Then there was a swift knock at the door. I knew my sister's knock anywhere. I shuffled over and cracked the door open. My sister and my dad burst in like the room was on fire. Dad was pacing, switching between English and Spanish. "No puedo creerlo. After everything I paid for, the audacity." My sister grabbed my shoulders. "Why are you still here? The wedding is happening right now, downstairs." I couldn't process what she was saying. "What are you talking about?" My sister's voice cracked. "Olivia, she's down there right now marrying Jared. They're using your venue, your bouquet, everything." I grabbed my phone and turned it on. 52 missed calls, over 100 texts from guests. "Jared told the vendors you had a mental breakdown," my sister continued. "He told all the guests you gave your blessing for them to take over and get married instead. That's why nobody tried to stop it." I was already shoving my feet into sneakers, scrolling through my messages as I moved toward the door. Jared had sent a paragraph about how the heart wants what it wants. Olivia had texted, "Please don't make a scene. Some of us are trying to enjoy our special day." I ran down the stairs reading more texts. My cousin asked if I was really okay with this. My aunt said she was confused but planned on staying because she'd already paid for her hotel and couldn't change the flight. I walked into that ballroom mid-ceremony. The officiant was saying something about eternal love. Olivia was standing at the altar in my dress, the one I'd spent 8 months finding. It fit her wrong, too tight in the shoulders. About 30 guests were still seated. When they saw me walk through the doors, their faces cycled through guilt, shock, and fear. The officiant stopped talking. Jared's jaw dropped. Olivia clutched the bouquet like a weapon. "What are you doing here?" Olivia hissed at me. I kept walking down the aisle without stopping. "This is our wedding now," Jared said. "You gave it up when you ran away and gave up on us." I laughed. "I caught you cheating on me in our hotel the night before our wedding. That's not giving anything up. That's having basic standards." Olivia stepped forward, her voice dripping with fake sympathy. "You would have made him miserable. I saved him from a lifetime of settling for you." Some guests gasped. I almost laughed. "Settling? You were my maid of honor. You gave a toast at my engagement party about how perfect Jared and I were together." Jared crossed his arms. "Everyone here knows you're unstable. That's why they stayed. They feel sorry for you." I looked at the seated guests. Some wouldn't meet my eyes. Others looked like they wanted to disappear into the floor. "Is that what Jared told you? That I gave my blessing? That I wanted this?" A few people shifted uncomfortably. One older woman from Jared's side of the family nodded her head slowly. I turned back to Jared and Olivia. "Here's what's actually happening. My father paid for this entire wedding. His name is on every single contract. The venue, the catering, the flowers, the DJ, all of it. Neither of you two signed anything, which means this isn't your wedding." Jared's face went pale. Olivia's grip on her bouquet tightened until her knuckles turned white. "You can take off my dress now," I said to Olivia. "Or you can explain to my father's lawyers why you're wearing stolen property at a fraudulent ceremony. My dad paid for this wedding, so get the fuck out." Jared grabbed Olivia's arm and pulled her toward the side exit. She was still wearing my dress when they disappeared through the door. Some of the leftover guests had the nerve to text me afterward. One said I was classless for making a scene. My favorite message came from Jared's cousin who wrote, "Nobody asked you to show up."